Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining the platform. Please like and share as you join. Like and share on the platform. Like and share to family and friends. Like and share to anyone that is close to you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Welcome. Share the program. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Please like and share. Welcome, 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 welcome. Like and share the program. Share on your platform. Share to family and friends. If you want to join me on the stage, you can click the link. Follow the link there. Click the link and you can join me. There is a link there for you to join. Let's try it and see how it's going to work out. It's a new setting from YouTube. Want to try the setting out and see if you can get guests in. So if you want to join me on the platform, just click the link so that you can be able to join and make your contributions.
Promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. Oh Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isod. We are traveling all the way to the lands of the Gala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so. because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All these we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. I had in Sosine Bige. He said,
You're welcome, you're welcome.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning, my beloved sister. Good to see your face. To launch
Wow,
this
you are doing a very great job, and I'm so happy to see this new system that YouTube introduced that enables us to, call in direct to the program. I'm so happy. I like this. I like this new system of YouTube, and I want to seize this opportunity before I allow you to move further. I want to use this opportunity to tell you that we are happy and we like what you are doing. It takes the grace of God for somebody to be doing what you are doing. If not the
Thank
grace
you so
of
much,
God,
my
you
sister.
cannot be doing sitting down every morning, every night, making videos. It's not easy. May Chukwu Okike Abiama bless you. And I
You
promise
too.
you, at the end of this very struggle, Biafra will be restored. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for giving us
Okay.
that text. It's a new program, and I believe it's going to work out for
Yes,
us. Thank
it's
you so
very
much, my
good,
sister.
very bright, clear. You can hear me. I can hear you. The
Yeah.
video is very clear. In fact, one day I'm going to try this thing in my own live broadcast. It's very
Yeah.
good. And I want to appreciate YouTube also for introducing this system. Before, when you want to use this system, you must go to StreamYard, live
Exactly.
stream, but this is direct. It's good. It means securing their platform. And I
Yeah.
must say, I appreciate YouTube and I appreciate you the most. So thank you so much. Anytime I have time in your program, I will be calling since they have given us opportunity to express ourselves. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my sister. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you
Okay,
so
bye
much.
bye.
Bye bye. Thank you so much. Wow, this is amazing. So, fellow people who are viewing from all corners, all the Biafrans that are viewing from all corners, you can just click the link if you have a contribution to make. You click the link and you join me on the stage. It is a new system that YouTube have introduced, and I appreciate them for making that introduction. That will also help us to be able to reach out to our viewers and also give the viewers opportunity to make their contributions each time we're online. It is a very wonderful thing. And today, my beloved sister Linda TV show have helped us to try it out. And so you that is in the comment section, you have every freedom to try it. You just click on the link and it will bring you in. So today we are going to speak about what we are in today. Every one of us know what today is. I say happy sit at home to every Biafran that is watching. Any place you are watching us from. If you are watching us from Biafra land, you are watching from Asia, Europe, America, Australia, Canada, whichever part of the world you are watching this program from, I appreciate you and I welcome you to this program. Thank you so much for joining. Today, we know what today is. Today is a day that we all have chosen to make our voice heard all over the world. A day that the Biafran people have chosen to sit at home to demand for the unconditional release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And I can bet you that in Biafra land today, it is a total lockdown as usual. Biafra land is locked down. It's under lock and key. And there is nothing anybody can do about that. There's nothing anybody can do about that. Any place you are watching today, any place you are today, have it in mind that this Monday Sit at Home have come to stay. They push their blackmail, they push their propaganda, they push their deception, they put all their distraction from right, left, and center from all angles. But no matter how they try, they can never stop the will of the people. They can never stop the will of the people. Biafran people have taken their decision to take their fate into their own hand. And that is exactly what we are doing. They can never stop us. No matter how they push their blackmail, their propaganda, they will never succeed. They will never succeed. Biafra have come to stay. It has come to stay. So wherever you are in Biafra land today, if you are watching from Biafra land and somebody is telling you that sit at home have ended, we are just starting. We are just starting, and nothing will ever stop us. Nothing will ever stop us. We are just starting. The sit at home in Biafra land will continue until Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is released, as we have all agreed, and nothing can change that. Anybody that is telling you otherwise, do not listen to those blackmailers, do not listen to those distractors, do not listen to those deception. The sit at home in Biafra land today is greater than you can ever imagine. And one thing you have to know, that when you see the way they're attacking the sit at home, if you see the way they are going against sit at home, that will tell you something. That will tell you that the sit at home is doing a very great job. That will tell you that the sit at home is very important. They are trying by all means to stop it, but they can't stop it. They can't stop it, no matter how they try. The more they try to stop it, the more it becomes more effective. The more they try to stop it, the more it becomes more effective. And I bet you today, if you are in Biafra land, the only good thing you can do to yourself is to follow instruction and join the movement. You must listen to our Prime Minister, and listen to Biafra Republic of Nigeria. They are the only people today that are speaking for you and I. They are speaking on our behalf. To speak on. No propaganda, no blackmail or propaganda can stop us. I beg you in the name of Chukwu Okike, the sit at home remains, continues. Even as you're watching me, it is still going on. So if anybody is telling you that the sit at home have stopped, do not listen to them. Do not. As I have always said in the past, whenever you hear that rumor that sit at home have stopped, ask them, has Mazen Nnamdi Kanu been released? Ask them, have they released Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? That is the question you have to ask. Whenever you hear somebody telling you that sit at home has ended, ask that person, where is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? As long as Mazen Nnamdi Kanu remains in the net of the enemy, the sit at home will continue. It will continue. There is no two ways about it. There's nothing anybody can do about it. It doesn't matter the amount of blackmail you push out. It doesn't matter the amount of propaganda you push out. It doesn't matter the amount of people you buy. The more you continue to buy people, the more you give Biafrans reason to walk out of the zoo. And as it stands today, the Biafran Republic Government in exile is doing exploit. And today, in the level that we are today in the struggle, the level that we are today, nothing is going to stop us. The level we are getting to, nothing is going to stop us. If you have watched the last broadcast of our Prime Minister, you will know that the delegitimization of the Nigerian government in Biafra land is something that has come to stay. It has started as you're watching me. It has started. As you're watching me now, the politicians, all those who have been employed to work for the zoo in Biafra land, they are running helter-skelter. They are running and hiding themselves. You know, sometimes when our Prime Minister makes some pronunciation, some of us don't key in. Some of us think that he's making it in order to make you feel fine, or he's making it in order to exert authority over you. You think he's making it in order to showcase himself. No. Every single pronunciation that our Prime Minister makes is something that is ordained by Chukwu Okike. Every single pronunciation he makes has a reason why he makes those pronunciations. And the earlier you wake up from your sleep and focus on the reality of today, the better for you. The reality remains that the Biafran people have made up their mind that they are going to walk out of the Zoological Republic. And my duty here, as a member of the media of Biafra Republic Government in Exile, I stand here speaking on behalf of Biafra Republic Government in Exile. What we are doing today is to sensitize Biafran people and make sure that they key in. What we are doing today is one of the assignments that our Supreme Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has given us, to carry everybody along. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made it expressly clear that we must carry every single person along. And that is what we are doing. That is what we are doing. We are not going to leave anybody behind, no matter what. And that is why we are here. Some of us, when they see us, they call us names and they blackmail us with different kinds of titles. We do not come on our platforms to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. What we come here to do is to sensitize Biafran people and remind them of their legitimate right. That is what I do on this platform. And those rights, those legitimate rights of the Biafran that I remind them, are the rights that are supported by international law, rights that are supported by African law, rights that are supported by Nigerian law itself supports it. But because we are dealing with people who has a wicked heart, we are dealing with people who are bent in destroying the life of the innocent people. That is why you see them making us feel as if we are committing an offense. And it is my duty here to remind you and let you know that you are not committing any offense. You are not committing any crime. Please, as you are on this platform, if you want to join me or make any contribution, please click the link. There is a link on top of that. Click that link and you will come in and join me on this platform. If you have any contribution to make, and listen carefully, you must not agree with everything I say. You have the right to argue and debate if you so desire. But make sure that every information you go to debate about is something that you are very sure about. Because as you are debating and talking, the whole world is watching you. So if you're making sense, you can win a soul. But if you're not making sense, you will end up disgracing yourself. In this very platform, we don't insult people, neither do we attack or curse people. Click the link. If you have any contribution to make, no matter what it is, try to be civil. When you respect us, we will definitely respect you. You have the platform to speak in your own mind, in your own way. If there anything you think you want to make correct, is there anything you think we're not doing fine? Is there anything you think we are talking lie about? Come out and argue it. And my fellow Biafrans, if you want to encourage Biafrans in any way, in any manner, you want to extend your encouragement to Biafrans, click that link. The link is there. You see the link I pinned there. Click that link. It will bring you in and you make your contributions. Chukwu Okike Abiyama has given us that grace to be alive today, to see Biafra come. If you are a Biafran and you are alive today, you are lucky. You don't know how lucky you are. More especially when you are part of those speaking about the freedom of the people. You don't know how lucky you are. You don't know how blessed you are. For every commitment you make in the restoration of Biafra, you will never be left alone. You'll be blessed. For every commitment you make in the restoration of Biafra, you will be highly blessed. So don't look back. For my brothers and sisters in Biafra land today that are making a great sacrifice, I cannot tell you that it is easy. I can acknowledge, and every one of us in the Biafra Republic of Nigeria, we acknowledge the sacrifice that the Biafrans and the homeland are making. We acknowledge it. It is not easy. It is not easy. Locking up your business for a very long time, locking up your shop, obey it, even at the expense of your own life. Sometimes you are being threatened. Sometimes your properties are being seized. Sometimes you lose something that value to you. And yet you are standing firm, sitting at home to demand for the release of our Supreme Namaste Nandika, to demand for the referendum of Biafran people, to demand for the release of every Biafran that is being held captive. It is not easy. It is not easy. We applaud you. We appreciate your effort. And we continue to pray that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will continue to strengthen you. And every Biafran across the world that is participating in one way or the other to see that Biafra becomes a reality. Continue to stand your ground. Do not allow anybody to bully you. Do not allow anybody to cajole you. Do not allow anybody to put you down. Continue to stand firm on your own self. And I bet you, you are going to enjoy the fruit of your labor. For every sacrifice we are making today, we are going to receive our blessings in 1,000-fold. Does it want it? Everything we are doing today, it wants the sacrifice. Everything we are doing today, wants the sacrifice. When you look at our freedom, you look at how far we have gone, and you look at what we are facing, I don't see a reason why somebody who is from the old southeastern region, the present south and the southeast with Lower Benue, I don't see somebody from that, why somebody from that area will, at this particular point in time, be speaking against it. More especially after they have conducted their criminal election that just passed. After they have finished their fraudulent election that just passed, which you saw with your own eye, they told you that you are not qualified to participate. You are not qualified to contest. And yet, you are telling me that you are part of one Nigeria. In that very election, they told you to your face that you have no place in their so-called one Nigeria. The London boy who volunteered himself to be used, even when we knew from the onset, we have known from a very long time that we are not part of the plan called Nigeria. The Biafran people are not part of the plan. We know. We don't need to be told. But the London boy tried to gamble. He went into it. And they told him to his face that he is a Biafran. And because he's a Biafran, he would never win the election. They told him to his face. He thought it was a joke. Even when everybody pretended to be running around him, even when people, the youth came out and they supported him, still yet, he couldn't make it. And today they told him to go to court. Is it not laughable that even in their court, they have accepted that they rigged the election? Even the drug baron, who they made the president, have accepted finally that he rigged the election. But do you see what he's saying? That they should allow him, support him to run the government. What a shame. What a shame. This is how shameless this country is. The drug baron whom they made the president have accepted that he rigged the election actually. The court have accepted. INEC accepted. But what they are saying today is that people should move on and pretend as if nothing happened. They should move on. And this has been the order of the day in that Zoological Republic. And that is why the Biafrans cannot be part of this madness. We can't be part of this madness in a place where people will see the truth and they will throw it dustbin and they prefer lies. In a place where you bring out the truth, people will lose their life because they spoke the truth. Why the liars will continue to eat fat? In a place where the only thing that makes you relevant is how fraudulent you are. That is the only thing that makes you relevant. In a place where the only thing that can make you a political godfather is how many of your people you are able to take their life, how many people you are able to enslave, and how criminal-minded you are. And how can somebody be celebrating to be part of such kind of an environment? How? All these are what we have seen from all angles and all corners. And our Supreme Damazen Nandekano took up the mantle that Chukwuka gave to him and began to sensitize people. They couldn't hold it. They couldn't understand it. They couldn't be able to bear it. They tried to take the life of our Supreme Damazen Nandekano. They didn't succeed. On several occasions, they didn't succeed. And finally, they entered into people who were working with him, people who are supposed to protect him, people who are supposed to defend him, people who he is defending. They used them and pushed him to Kenya. And now getting to Kenya, they connive with the government of Kenya, including the British with Nigeria. They came together, the colonial masters, and they kidnapped Mazen Nandekano in Kenya. From Kenya, Mazen Nandekano was tortured 8 good days in Kenya. And the Kenya authority pretended they didn't know that somebody entered their city. They said they didn't know about it. For good 8 days, an innocent citizen, a British citizen who flew into your country with British passport, was kidnapped. And from every indication, the kidnap was done in the airport. And yet, the government don't know about it. They claim not to know about it. He was detained for good 8 days with torture. After torturing for good 8 days, by the grace of Chukwuka, he still remained alive. And they sent him to Nigeria through extraordinary rendition, maybe hoping that he's going to die in Nigeria. But Mazen Nandekano survived. They brought him to Nigeria. As if that is not enough, they continue to take him to their own court in the zoo. They took them to their own court. Even when some people made a move, some responsible elders, somebody like Onzurike, that died, made an appeal to the late Muhammad Buhari, release this man to me as my last wish. They refused to release Mazen Nanikan. And what did he say? He said he will pass through the judicial process. That whatever the judiciary says will take place. That he's not going to interfere. And before you and I, Mazen Nanikan went through the judicial process. He went through all the process judiciary. And Mazen Nanikan won his case hands down. A court said Mazen Nanikan should be freed. One said Mazen Nanikan should not be tried in any. There's no court in Nigeria that has the jurisdiction to try Mazen Nanikan because of the situation surrounding his kidnapping from Kenya and the extraordinary rendition. They have no right to try him. The court gave order that Mazen Nanikan should be returned to wherever they brought him from. And then they should not follow the normal process if they want to deport him or if they want to extradite him. They should follow the normal process. They refused to do so. They refused it. A court, in fact, said that they will pay Mazen Nanikan compensation for the abuse of his human rights. They didn't obey that. Two courts said, even up to appeal court said, let him go, free this man, he's innocent. They refused. For more than 2 years, Mazen Nanikan is still under incarceration. The Biafran people, the ordinary people, you and I, we came together. 70 million Biafrans and more came together and said that this will not happen. We cannot fold our hands and watch our supreme leader, a man who has given his life for us. We can't continue to fold our hand and watch the zoo take his life. We can't fold our hand and watch the zoo continue to punish him. The Biafrans came together and chose Monday as a day they will speak their voice to the whole world. Monday, as a day they will cry out to the world and let the world hear their voice and let this man go. We chose that very day. To the greatest surprise, when we chose that this day, it began to work for us. The people that rose up against the same day we chose to free Mazen Nanikan became his own kingsmen. People who claim to be in the same organization with him. The Department of Sabotua, they began to fight the will of the people to free Mazen Nanikan. As if that is not enough, the politicians took it over. They began to fight sit at home. And when you ask them, why are you fighting sit at home? They say that sit at home is affecting the economy. And ask them, have there ever been any good economy in anything called economy in Biafra land? Has there been any? Has there been any development or whatever, any sort of economy in Biafra land? And they say they are losing billions. And you ask them, the billions they have been receiving all this while before they sit at home, what have they been doing with it? You are losing 10 billion. Some say 10 billion. Some say 15 billion. Some say 20 billion. If you are losing such amount only on Mondays, the ones you have been collecting all this while, what have you been able to do with this? What have you been able to do with it? They could not give account. And instead of them to allow the will of the people to go on, the same people that call themselves the representative of the people, even in the House of Assembly and in the Senate, they can't even stand up to the people and support them to make their demand of the release of their own leader. Instead, every one of them gathered together and they channeled their energy against that which was meant to release Mazen Nanikan. If you are sincere to yourself, if you are human, not only if you are Biafran, if you are somebody have been following events that is happening in the Biafra struggle, if you have been following it, no matter your tribe, if you are sincere to yourself and you are following events on the kidnapping of Mazen Nanikan, you will realize that the only force today to release Mazen Nanikan is sit at home. That is the only genuine force, the only genuine move to free Mazen Nanikan, the only genuine thing that is making the name of Mazen Nanikan remain on top of the platform. Sit at home. There's nothing else. There's nothing else you can talk of. Nothing else. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, saw this and saw it very clear. And our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, continue to support the sit at home, continue to empower the Biafran people, continue to encourage Biafran people. The Biafran Republic government in exile came on board and they continue to support this very sit at home, continue to empower it, continue to even give some other benefit to people. But what do you see? The people who claim to love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, people who will come on their conventional media and tell you how Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was an innocent man, how Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was fighting a just cause. Ask them, what strategy do they have to free Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? None of them have any strategy. Please, if you are on this platform, like and share this program. And there is a link there. You see that link that I pinned up there. You can click the link and come in and make your contribution. Click the link. There is a link there. Click that link and come in, make your contribution. Those are the ways to support. This evangelism cannot be done by us alone. Sometimes when people begin to hear our voice alone, they get bored. So when people begin to hear from different voices from different angles, you must not agree with everything I say. But when people see people engage and speak about it, they will understand better. So feel free to click that link. There is a link there I pinned up. Like, most importantly, like this program. Click like and share. Make sure you share it on your platform. Share to any WhatsApp group you belong. Share it. Share this program to that WhatsApp group. Any WhatsApp group you belong, share it. And click like. The radical evangelism will continue until Biafra comes. The very time our Prime Minister announced this radical evangelism, some of us have forgotten. I don't forget easily. Anything that has to do with my own line of responsibility, I don't forget. When Master Simon Ekpa announced the radical evangelism, he said, we will continue to engage in it until Biafra comes. In that radical evangelism, you are part of it. I am part of it. You that is in the comment section, as you are commenting and supporting and sharing, you are doing the right thing. So feel free. If you have any message to leave, click the link and come in and make your speech. So as I was saying, why they are planning and struggling every day to stop sit at home, one thing you should ask yourself is, why are they so bent on stopping a sit at home that the people have agreed on to make sure that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is free? Why are they bent on stopping it? And second question is, if they so much want to stop this sit at home, as they are so desperate to stop this sit at home, that it is so dear to their heart, they care about it, and that is destroying the economy, there is one option, one and only option that have been given to them, that this is what is going to end the sit at home. What is that option? It has been declared and said that the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will stop the Monday sit at home automatically. Our Prime Minister have said it several times. He has announced it several times that immediately Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is released, the sit at home ceases automatically. That you don't need to beg anybody. You don't need to beg anybody. You don't need to clap. You don't need to come and announce it. Stop sit at home. If you release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and you sit at home the following day, you know that we don't know what we are doing. But they have refused to do the needful, even when it is in their nets and in their hand to do. They have refused to choose the path of truth, even when it is in their hand to do. Very, very simple and easy. Release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and this thing that bothers you, that is so dear to your heart. You tell us, oh, sit at home is killing you. Sit at home is making you not to breathe. Sit at home is making you not to succeed. Sit at home is making you uncomfortable. Sit at home is making you insecure. The only solution is to free an innocent man you are holding. You see, it is so surprising that when we talk about free Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, some people who are not Biafrans will think that we are asking for the freedom of a criminal. If you are not a Biafran and you're not fully involved, you would think we are asking for the freedom of a convicted man. What we are asking for is the freedom of an innocent man that has not committed any crime anywhere. A very innocent man who has not committed any crime anywhere. A man who they are castigating. A man who their own court have said, release this man and let him go. When people who are not Biafrans look at it, it will seem as if we are asking something that's extraordinary. We are only asking the government of Nigeria to obey their own law. Why is it so much? Why is it too much to ask? Is it something? Why is it so hard for them? Something as simple as obey the law that you made by yourself. It is not the law of Biafra. We are not telling you to release a convicted criminal. And we are not telling you not to pass Mazen Nanikan through the lockup. Mazen Nanikan have passed through the whole judicial process and he was granted freedom. Why are you still bent on only? There is no other reason than to stop the coming of Biafra. There's no other reason. The only reason why they're holding Mazen Nanikan is back because Mazen Nanikan have remained consistent in his words. That is why he always tells us that consistency is the key. Because Mazen Nanikan have remained consistent that what he wants is the freedom of his people. They have blackmailed him to get his freedom through denial of Biafra. They have cajoled him to deny Biafra and get his freedom. They have pushed him to a different direction. They have given him so many gifts and so many promises. But Mazen Nanikan has only one request. Let my people go. Mazen Nanikan has only one request. Let my people go. Mazen Nanikan is after the freedom of his people. He's not even after his own life. Mazen Nanikan is not even after his own health. He is after your own well-being. He's after my own well-being. Why is it that those of us who still have some little freedom, why wouldn't we care about his own well-being? Mazen Nanikan is sitting at home every blessed day for the past 2 years now. More than 2 years. He has been sitting in a spot for you and I to be free. And when you are being asked to sit at home for only 1 day, it becomes a problem. It becomes a problem. They complain about sit at home on Monday. The only reason why it remains is because you have refused to release an innocent man. And most painful is that the people who are fighting against the will of the people are the people who are supposed to represent the people. The people who are supposed to carry the will of the people to the presidency, carry the will of the people to their socio-political republic, they are the people fighting against the will of the people because of their selfish interests. Because they have been bought over. Because they have sold their soul. They have sold their soul to the enemy. And for that, they have refused completely. They have refused completely to allow the people, the will of the people to happen. You claim to be representative of the people. You claim that you are representing Biafra land. You claim that you are a senator. You claim that you are a House Assembly member. You claim you are a governor representing your own people, but yet you cannot carry their plight to your superior. Instead, you are the one that is oppressing them, oppressing and suppressing their will. And you think we can continue to fold our hands and watch you. We will not. We will not. The Biafran people have risen to take up responsibility of the land. So anybody that is watching me today, you see, that is why sometimes I tell Biafrans, do not allow anybody make you feel as if you're committing a crime. You are not committing a crime by asking for self-determination. Whatever Biafrans are doing today is the right thing to do as a well-meaning and sensible people. What we are speaking and asking about today is what we are supposed. What you see our Prime Minister Mazi Samaneka doing today is what he's supposed to do as a human being, as somebody who cares about his own people. So do not allow anybody to make you feel as if you are committing any crime. No Biafran is committing any crime by asking for self-determination. No Biafran is committing any crime by defending him or herself. No Biafran is committing any crime by holding his right to life. If anybody wants to make you feel you're committing any crime, tell that person he's a liar. Stand your ground. And for the fact that the person today that is leading this struggle, our Prime Minister, Mazi Samaneka, has a master degree in international law. This is a man that read international law. There's no way he will have all the knowledge he has on international law and yet he will violate the law. That is why if you are following Mazi Samaneka, follow him with all your strength, with all your joy, with all your happiness. If you're following our Prime Minister, Mazi Samaneka, you don't have to follow with fear. As long as you're following his footsteps and doing what he has said, you have no reason whatsoever to be afraid. The person that is leading the challenge today is somebody who read international law, and there's no way he will be violating that same law that he had read. Living in Finland, in a very organized city, a very organized country that knows the rule of law. There's no way Master Samuel will be in Finland and be breaking the law. There's no way. And that is why, if you're a Biafran, you should be proud of yourself. Whatever demand you are making today is what you are supposed to do. Hold it tight and do not allow anybody to tell you otherwise. One of the blackmail and propaganda they bring to us is, first of all, to make us feel guilty about asking for our rights. And that is what have driven some people crazy today. That is what have driven some people who are not mentally sound out of the struggle. The Zoological Republic, they will make you feel guilty. And you don't have to. Why do you have to ask for a breakup? You don't have to ask for a breakup. You don't have to. Why do you have to do so? It's self-determination is the right of every human being on the planet Earth. Any place you find yourself, if that place is not comfortable for you, if you find out that you're not getting what you want, you have every right to quit, walk away from that very place and go to an environment where you are accepted. Biafran people are not accepted in Nigeria. We are not just saying it because we want to say it. We are not just saying it because we are happy about it. No, that is the fact. It is the truth. Undeniable truth. We are not accepted in the Zoological Republic called Nigeria. We are not wanted in the Zoological Republic called Nigeria. The earlier you begin to realize that, the better for you. The earlier you begin to know that, the better for you. We are not wanted anywhere. That is why we have taken our fate into our own hand. And today we are asking for out to build a nation where we will be, where we can have peace, grow at own speed, explore and be whom we are meant to be. We will continue to chase this. It doesn't matter how they try. But of course, they have failed already. And it's not even about chasing it. We are almost there. Our freedom is in the air. Our freedom is already in the air. That is why I pity those of them who claim to be Biafrans and they don't know what is going on. If you are a Biafran and you have not yet killed in, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We cannot wait for anybody. We have wasted a huge number of time and we cannot continue to waste time anymore. This is appointed time, a time that Chukwuka have made for us to be whom we want to be. In that very time, everything that needs to be touched has to be touched. We cannot stop. Any angle that we need to be touched must be touched. Wherever you are in Biafra land today, I applaud you to pay attention to things that are happening. You see, sometimes when Master Samuel makes some pronunciation, some people who are not Biafrans and people who are not paying attention will think that he's making it up. Sometimes when he gives certain orders, he's giving. Some of us will think, why is he saying this? Why is he doing this? Why is he saying that? One of those orders is when he called for the end of the checkpoints in Biafra land. You know, when he said that, people think maybe he was trying to exercise authority. It is not just about authority. Videos have emerged, the kind of atrocity, dehumanization that Biafrans are facing in that so-called checkpoint. And there have been every evidence, there have been so many evidence that these checkpoints sometimes serve as a buffer for the kidnappers. Most of the time, these checkpoints are there to protect the Fulani headers who are coming to kidnap our people. There has never been any place where you see a checkpoint and that checkpoint reduce kidnapping. It doesn't happen. There has never been any place where you see checkpoint and that checkpoint reduce insecurity. No. The only reason why they are putting the checkpoints in Biafra land is to intimidate the Biafran people, to subject Biafran people into suffering, to extort money from the Biafran people. These are the reasons why they put all the checkpoints. It is not because we are saying it. There are confessions on that on social media today. On their conventional media, people have come to speak about it. Those who call themselves the representative people cannot even have the lever. They don't even have the lever to make the move to remove all these checkpoints. The only thing they do in their Senate is to lament. They come out and lament about it. They lament and they can never, that is the worst. They can never make any call in that House Assembly and carry it out. Never. They can never move any motion in that very place on behalf of the Southeast and the stands. Never. I have never seen anyone. They have never ever moved any motion that have to affect the people directly. That has to do with people of Biafra. And it gets through. It doesn't get through. And you will not see them protest. They will just go about their business as if it's as usual. Just like when they called for this Obazan Nandekan, they sluggishly come out and call. Sluggishly came out and called for this Obazan Nandekan. And the call was thrown to the dustbin almost immediately. They did not react. They did not protest. They sat down. In the same meeting, they begin to plan on how to kidnap Francis Amaneba. And all of them began to make suggestions. All of them regained strength and muscles and began to talk. And these are the people you call representatives. I thank Chukwu Okike today that they have been sent packing from Biafra land. If you are serving them, if they are your brother, they are your sister, they are your benefactor, if you are getting anything from them, you better advise them to walk away from Biafra land before it's too late. If the Biafran Liberation Army have not gotten to your doorstep, it doesn't mean they will not come. No matter how long it takes. If they have not come to you now, it doesn't mean they will not come. It's just a question of time. You will see them at your doorstep. We didn't tell you not to serve the zoo. But if you want to serve the zoo, you must leave Biafra land. If you want to serve the Zoological Republic, you must leave Biafra land and go to them. Either in Abuja, in Lagos, in Sokoto, or any other place in Kano. Go there and serve them. But in the territory of Biafra, you cannot be in the territory of Biafra and you are serving the zoo. The delegitimization of the Zoological Republic is real. It is not a joke. It's not a joke. The delegitimization of the Zoological Republic in Biafra land is a done deal. And they can't escape it. Our Prime Minister have announced it, and the implementation have started. Wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you and I beg you in the name of Chukwu Okike to share this program to other people and let them get informed. Remember, the next phase of the civil disobedience is about to be activated, I think on the 15th of this month. If Mazen Nandekano is not released until 15th, that phase will be activated. And in that phase of civil disobedience, you had our Prime Minister. It is no longer a sit at home. It will be a curfew that is meant to target the Nigerian offices, anything that has to do with Nigerian government in Biafra land. Every government officials, we are going to put them on lockdown. Prepare for the curfew. Our Prime Minister announced that curfew will start from 6 in the morning till 12 midday. Everybody will be at home. Until after 12 midday, you can go to your various offices and work. You can go to your businesses. But those who are working with the government, we are going to make sure we lock them down and they will not make any move. It is meant to target them. Every government offices in Biafra land, every government officials in Biafra land, we are going to put them on standstill from 15th. If Mazen Nandekano is not released, and if you're one of those who is working for the zoo, prepare yourself. We are not going to beg you. The Biafra Republic government in exile has spoken, and our Liberation Army will enforce it. They will enforce it. So prepare yourself for what is coming. After 12 o'clock, people can go back to their businesses, open up their businesses, do their businesses for the day. It's going to last for 3 good weeks. It is going to last for 3 good weeks. Curfew from morning till 12. 6 to 12. No movement. Not even a fly. Everybody will be on their home. until once it's 12, you go about your businesses. It is meant to target the Nigerian government. It is meant to target any institution that is working for Nigerian government. That is the target. And we are going to get them down. Since they have refused to listen, they are going to hear in the hard way. Just like Mazen Nandekano told the British, that if they don't stop meddling in the affairs of the Biafran people, that they would be destroyed completely. Today, you have seen a video where they are crying about their situation. The British is already crying. They are sharing tears. They haven't said nothing yet. As long as they continue to meddle in the affair of Biafrans, their end has come. There's no two ways about it. In the same way, you are meddling in the affairs of the Biafran people. You are meddling in the affairs of the freedom of Biafran people. Your end, you are bringing destruction upon yourself. If you are in any way working against the freedom of the people, you are bringing condemnation to yourself. And I bet you, you will never survive. You can never succeed. No matter how you try, you will never, ever succeed. Chukwu Okike Abiyama, who has given us this assignment, is not sleeping. He doesn't make a mistake. The mandate is right. It is time for the children of Chukwu Okike to be free. And when Chukwu Okike Abiyama said yes, who are you to say no? Who are you? Who are you to say no? When Chukwu Okike Abiyama have said yes and tell his children to move, who are you to stop them? You can't stop us. You can't stop us. No matter how you try, you cannot stop us. The only thing you can do today, as a Biafran from the old Southeastern region, the present South and the Southeast with the lower Benue, the only thing you can do for yourself today is to key in, join the revolution, key in into the struggle, begin to give your support. Any way you know you can give your support, start giving it. Except you do that, you are exposing yourself to danger. As I always say, the best way to build security for yourself is to accept who you are as a Biafran. That is the best security you can build for yourself. Number one, accept yourself as a Biafran. Because it is only when you realize that you're a Biafran, then you can be able to see your enemies clearly and you will run away from them. And as for those who are denying Biafra, they are the most exposed people. They are the people who their own life is in danger, but they do not know. The more you deny Biafra, the more you expose yourself to danger, because the person you are denying your identity from, he knows you better. He knows who you are. He doesn't even need to ask you, where are you from? And that is what has been happening. If you have lived in the north, they don't ask you, where are you from? Once they see you and you are from Biafra land, they identify you. As long as you're from the old Southeastern region, they call you Nyamiri. Whether you are Ijo, you are Efik, you are Edoma, Edo people, you are from Edo State, they tag every one of us in Nyamiri. In general, they don't come to ask you, where are you from? It is only some of us that are denying identity. You deny identity, you call yourself one Nigerian. Oh, I'm a one Nigerian. This is Biafra self. I'm not. Why are you people making noise? Why are you people disturbing? They know you, that you're a Biafra. You're denying yourself is exposing you more to them. And when they come, you'll be the first person they will take out. Look at the London boy. The London boy, no matter how he tried, in his election, he never mentioned Mazen Nandekano freedom one day. He even said that he should not be voted because he's a Biafra. He was even trying to deny Biafra himself. He even went to the extent of opening his mouth and said that Biafra is dead. But yet, they told him to his face that you are a Biafra. The Janjaweed told the London boy, you are a Biafra. So denying yourself whom you are only exposing yourself to danger. You're only showing them your weakness. The only thing that you make you a terror before your enemy is letting your enemy to know that you know whom you are. Picking up your identity proudly and boldly and telling your enemy to his face, look at who I am. There's nothing that scares them like knowing that you're a Biafra. Nothing scares the enemy away like knowing that you're a Biafra. Once they know you're a Biafra, they will run away from you. They will stay far away from you. But when they see those of you who they know that are compromised, you don't want to be seen as a Biafran. Oh, you want to be seen as that good man. Oh, this one is detribalized. That is the language you always use. That this one is detribalized. It is only the Biafran that has to be detribalized. Only Biafrans, they are the one that has to be detribalized. But when you come to the Northerns, they have the right to be detribalized. And they are not apologetic about it. In their speech, in everything they do, wherever they find themselves, you see them, they display it. They display that their tribal sentiment at all time. Today, you don't see what Tinubu is doing. You see what Tinubu is doing. His selection of ministers and whatever. You see how it was selected. You see how he treated you. And yet, look at you, thinking that somehow you are going to force yourself to Nigeria. You are not a Nigerian. Stop deceiving yourself. You are not. Stop deceiving yourself. Not because they gave you peanuts, they gave you a post. They threw you closer and gave you crumbs that fell from the master's table. And then you feel you've arrived. Not that I've just said it recently, that they are treating the Biafran politicians as dogs. They are even begging and they are ready to eat the crumb that fell from the master's table. Happily. Not that I say it unapologetically, proudly. And there you are. You are still walking about, pretending that all is well. All is not well. But most importantly, my joy today is that more than 90% of Biafrans are ready and willing to go home. That is why Biafra land is locked down today as you are watching me. As you are watching me, Biafra land is locked down. Sit at home is going on in Biafra land. Sit at home is going on in Biafra land. They can't stop it. With all the propaganda, blackmail propaganda, they cannot stop it. The will of the people. You can't stop the will of the people. Biafrans are well positioned. We are well positioned to take our destiny into our own hand. And nobody can change it. You see the wave of freedom is blowing in West Africa. It emanated from Biafra land. That wave of freedom is started from Biafra land. So we cannot be left behind. We are well positioned to free ourselves. No matter what the enemy does, no matter what they say, we are well positioned to set ourselves free. And when the time comes, which is going to happen very, very soon, we are going to move out. We move out. And those of you who have decided to be an agent of the enemy, you will regret what you have done to yourself. You are going to regret what you have done to yourself. Mazen Nandekano told us that consistency is the key. Any one of us that have been consistent from beginning to this day, thank your star. If you have been consistent from the beginning to today, thank your star. You have every reason to glorify Chukwu Okike. You have every reason to thank Chukwu Okike because you are on the right path. We are destined to be free. Biafran people are freeborn. We are not slaves. We are freeborn and we know who we are. Those of them who doesn't know whom they are, they're people we have a doubt about their paternity. We have a doubt if it is really Biafran blood that's running their vein. Because Biafrans are freeborn. Our great-grandparents were taken to the United States and they refused to serve. Instead of being in slavery, they walked into the sea and drowned themselves instead of being a slave. They refused to be a slave. That instead of to be a slave, they walked into the sea and drowned themselves. That is the spirit of the Biafran. Freeborn. And they cannot play second class. They are first class, cannot play second. It is not because it is out of pride. It is not out of pride. It is not out of envy or jealousy. They walk themselves up to anywhere you see them. The Biafrans always walk themselves up to first position. They don't stay down. They walk themselves up to first position. So you cannot deny them that first position, which they have suffered and worked for. There's no way you can deny them that. You cannot. How can anybody in your wildest dream try to deny them that? You cannot. You can't deny them that. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every one of us as Biafrans. As we have made our choice to be free, we will definitely be free. No matter the attack the enemy is bringing, no matter the challenges the enemy is bringing, we are going to be free. As we are rounding up, I was waiting to see if somebody could click the link and come in and make contribution. Nobody is coming in. You don't have to be afraid. We are not eating people here. You must have something that is bothering you in your heart that you want to tell the Biafran people. You click the link and come in. You must have a question to ask. You click the link and come in. We are learning from each other. And by the time we put our heads together and begin to send out this information, it will gather more strength and make more meaning to the world. That is why we are using these links. And also the link will give people opportunity to also express themselves. Because some of us have a lot of talents, a lot of words inside us, have a lot of information that they want to pass. That link that I pinned there, you can click the link and come in, make your contributions before we leave. So I appreciate every Biafran that have been able to join on this broadcast from the beginning to the end. I thank you so much for your contribution. Everywhere you are on the planet Earth and your Biafran, stand your ground. We are going home and freedom is sure. Do not allow anybody to make you feel as if you're committing any crime. You are not committing any crime. As long as all you are asking is for self-determination, genuinely seeking for self-determination, not for self-glory. We are asking for self-determination, not for self-glory. On behalf of more than 70 million people, our collective interest is what we are worried about, not about individual interest. As long as you are in pursuit of this collective interest, the sky will just be the beginning for you, and we are going to go home. Wherever you are in Biafra land or outside Biafra land, any part of the world you are, continue to give your support to Biafra Republic Government in Exile under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. He is in charge until our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi joins us. But as it stands today, Mazi Simon Ekpa is in charge. Whatever he says goes. And I thank Chukwu Okike that the informations are coming from Mazi Nnamdi to him. So you have no other doubt or something that will make you say you're not listening to Mazi Simon Ekpa or you're not listening to Biafra Republic of Exile. Today, the government of Biafra is in charge. We are no longer speaking as an organization. We speak as a government. And our voice is heard across the world, making more friends and winning more allies. And very soon, we are going to walk into Biafra, and every one of us will have an everlasting joy. I appreciate everyone that have connected to the program. If you're joining from any part of the world, I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect you. I appreciate the ESN, the Biafra Liberation Army, the BNL. I appreciate the Umuada. I appreciate all the members of the cabinet of Biafra Republic Government in Exile. I appreciate all the media warriors that are standing. I appreciate everyone that is genuinely seeking for freedom. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama grant us freedom. I appreciate our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will guide and protect him, secure him, give him more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. He will never dash his foot against a stone. The Lord will give his angels charge over him to guide and protect him in his going out and coming in. I present our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, before Chukwu Okike Abiyama for divine protection, for divine healing. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will guide and protect our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Keep him for us, heal him, bring him back to us, give him revelations to stand strong until we meet him very, very soon. I welcome everyone who have been patient to be here. My beloved brother, Emenike Chibo, thank you so much, Emenike. I appreciate you. You've been there, giving the comments and encouragement. I appreciate you so much. Chibo, Emenike, thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for all your comments. Thank you so much for being there from the beginning of this very message up to 10 minutes. And every other person that have been watching that is not typing out there, I appreciate every one of you. And we are going to see you again in the evening. If you have time, join me in Chooks for Survival page on Facebook in the evening. I'm going to be here to speak more on our seat at home. Maybe by the Spirit grace of Chukwu Okike, I'll be able to share some other videos on that very place also. Thank you so much for being there. Thank you for joining me. for this long. I appreciate you, and I pray that Chukwu Okike will lead us to victory. Thank you so much, and stay safe.